welcome to Kayla's World. I'm Kayla Canoe, aspiring author, and today I'm going to be doing the Authortube Pick Me Up tag. This tag was created by Tehbuggy, and I am doing this tag today because I've really been in a bit of a slump since the beginning of this year, but really probably since the end of NaNoWriMo. I've definitely been very laxed in regards to my writing routine, and yeah, I was sick and some other stuff, but I'm doing this tag today because I want to motivate myself, get excited, stay positive, and so yeah, I am just going to get right into it. The first question is, talk about friends you've made through writing. So I don't know that I've made any specific friends through writing. I definitely have connected with a lot of people that I've already been friends with or around through talking about my writing. I talk about my story and my ideas and stuff a lot at work, and reactions from my, friends, coworkers, colleagues have all been really positive. They've all been like super excited about it. Anytime I go on and on about my fantasy world, people are just like, when is this book gonna be done? When can I read this? So I've connected through people in that sense, and that has been really fun. I have recently kind of connected with people on Authortube. I haven't made any like specific we're friends, we talk all the time, but I've definitely been interacting with other Authortubers more in relation to commenting and things like that. But yeah, so I guess those are the friend type interactions that I've had through my writing. Next question. What is the nicest compliment you've ever received about your writing? So as far as my writing goes, I think I've only had like one or two people read what I am currently working on, or versions of what I'm currently working on. My partner read some of one of my older versions, and of course I talk to him about it all the time. And then I also have an online friend who actually was kind of like beta reading my earlier chapters of my earlier versions of my book, and so he would give a lot of feedback. And again, the consensus of his feedback was all mostly positive, which, I had never really had anybody read my writing before, and I hadn't really been writing a lot because I'm a late bloomer in the sense of becoming a writer, just because I didn't think it was an option before, and so I never really wrote things down previously. So it was nice to see an overall positive feedback. I mean, obviously there was other feedback in regards to, being a newer writer, things like that, but the fact that the story was interesting and the characters were interesting and, overall good, I guess. That was really nice to hear, considering my lack of experience. So that was good. Next question. What is your favorite Authortube video you've made? So I'm gonna have to go with, I made a video, actually video inspired by Tehbuggy, because I think she did it, and then I saw it and was like, I have to do this. It was the sorting your whip characters into Harry Potter houses. And the reason that I really enjoy that video is that it was really fun to make. It was really fun to think about my characters' personalities and kind of connect deeper with my characters, as well as like try to guess what house they would be in based off of how well I knew my characters, and then like seeing that play out as to whether like I was right and I knew my character really well and they were that house, or whether it was like, oh, okay, that's not really the house that I thought they would be in, but like I guess it kind of makes sense, kind of thing. It was just really fun. And I will link that video down below in case you guys want to check it out. It was just fun. All kinds of fun. Most of my other videos are like vlogs and some tags and stuff like that, but that one was just fun. Question number 4, when or why did you fall in love with writing? That is a very hard question, because I don't know that I could really point out like a specific moment in time or like a specific thing that happened where I was like, yes, I love writing now. I was always in love with stories and fantasy and characters and creativity, and I just was kind of born that way, which sounds weird to say, but like my earliest memories that I can remember all involve me creating some sort of characters or stories that I played out in my mind. I always had really vivid dreams. I was just always very creative in that sense. So I feel like my love for creativity, which led to writing, is just something that I've always had. There's not anything specific that happened to me where I was like, oh yes, writing, I love writing. I mean, I do love writing, but it's the creativity, and for me, writing is more about sharing the internal thoughts that I have with people, like the internal characters that I've created, the internal worlds that I've created. Writing is just the method that I have chosen to share my fantasy worlds and my characters with everybody else. So yeah, I guess that's how I fell in love with writing. I don't know, it was kind of unclear, but that's fine. Question number 5, what is your favorite thing you've ever written? Oof. So I guess if we're talking like, I'll have to go with something from my current fantasy novel. There is a chapter. I'll go with a specific chapter. It is, I think it's, I don't know what chapter it is anymore. It used to be the 3rd chapter, now it's like the 5th chapter, 6th chapter, whatever. So a very early chapter in my book, it has to do with one of my main characters and his interaction with this girl that he is forcibly engaged to by the king. And the reason that I really enjoyed writing this chapter is because it really hits home with a lot of trauma and etc. that I and other people have experienced. I really like how it, what's happening to him doesn't seem that extreme, but how he's feeling and the way that he's reacting and like his emotional response to what is happening to him, even though from the outside it may not look as traumatic as it is, on the inside it is extremely traumatic. And I just enjoyed writing it because, I don't know, I'm more about the emotional expression, I guess, and it is the one chapter that has stayed in all the versions of my book. It has basically stayed the same. I mean, it's been edited slightly, obviously, but that chapter has existed in my book and stayed in my book for all of the different versions that I've made. So that is probably definitely my favorite thing that I've ever written, is that chapter, and I can't say too much about it because I don't to spoil it, but it's good in a heartbreaking kind of way, I guess. Let's see. Question number 6, what is your favorite part of writing? Honestly, my favorite part of writing is probably the idea generation, or the creative aspect of coming up with things that happen. So I guess it's kind of like plotting, but maybe not specifically plotting, but like coming up with the ideas of what could happen, or what did happen, or just so many ideas, so many character ideas, so many plot ideas, so many magical, wonderful ideas. So yeah, it's just being able to have all of anything. Just, it's my favorite part, the creativity. Creativity is my favorite part of writing. Question number 7 kind of ties into that one, in which it is, what is your strongest skill as a writer? And I will definitely say that idea generation is my strongest skill. It is kind of a double-edged sword in the sense of overwhelming amount of ideas. But, you know, ideas, they just, in a plethora. Like, I don't even, like, sometimes I write stuff down, but, like, the truth is that there's just so many ideas so often, like all the time, just all the time, that like I don't even bother to write them down most of the time, because they either just stay there and they linger around, or I just come up with another idea or another idea or another idea or another idea, and then it just ideas for days. Ideas for days. I feel like that came out a little bit of a slang. My bad. Anyway, number 8. Tell us something that you are proud of. Alright, I guess, I don't know if that's supposed to be specific for writing. I guess I could list off a few things that I'm proud of. One, I have 2 bachelor's degrees, which I feel like I should frame them and just put them on the wall there with my writing stuff. But they are in engineering. One is in architectural engineering technology. The other one is in construction management. Both things that I'm not doing or utilizing. But I did spend 6 years in college, and I got 2 bachelor's degrees from an engineering college. So I'm definitely proud of that. It's definitely an experience. I've definitely learned a lot. So yeah, I mean, I'm proud that I finished and I got my degrees. Yeah. I'm also proud of my own self-actualization. I'm very self-aware. I went through a lot of stuff when I was younger and have had a ton of different experiences, and I've really worked on myself and worked on knowing who I am, and basically pulled myself out of a negative, depressed, anxious headspace, and have flipped my entire life around to being positive and happy and just staying that way. So like that self-actualization, that self-awareness, knowing myself well enough to know if I'm being irrational or to know if I'm being triggered by something, like, and turning that around, I'm very proud of that, actually. I'm very enlightened in that sense, I guess. So yeah, cool. Anyway, so question number 9 is give yourself a pep talk. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet and simple. This is something that I believe I said in my last video as far as advice I would have given myself when I was younger, and that is just write. No matter what's going on in life, no matter, what curveballs are thrown your way, write. Make the time, sit down, and write, because you love to write. Writing makes you happier. And, a lot of different things will happen in life, and you can't always control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. And you can control your own outcome. And you can make yourself be happy. You've done it before. So, whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling like an imposter, remember that the reason that you're writing is because you want to write. It's your story that you want to put down for yourself. And yeah, maybe you want to share it with others, but really, you're doing it for you. You're doing it for yourself because it's something that makes you happy. And that maybe you can share your experiences with others through your writing. And maybe it can help them get through things that you've yourself gotten through. And at the end of the day, all you really need to do is write. You sit down and you write. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter how good it is. You're just writing because it's cathartic and you like it. But yeah, so I guess that's my pep talk to myself. Just write. Yeah, just write. Alright, so last question on here, number 10, is to tag people. Well, I don't have anyone specific. I don't have any specific YouTubers that I know very well that I could specifically tag, but I'm going to tag everyone. So, if you're seeing this video and you like to do tags, or you're seeing this video and you want to, uplift yourself, do it. Consider yourself tagged. I am tagging all of you. If you want to do it, please share, comment your link below, and I will watch it and comment probably. I mean, positivity breeds positivity, right? So, if we can all be positive, we can just uplift each other and have a nice, positive community. So, yeah. That's really all that I have for you guys today. If you like these types of videos, let me know by commenting below. You can give me a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos on Mondays. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your time here in Kayla's World.